Welcome back everyone to another incredible selection of Cruise1st holiday packages. Great to have your company as ever. Now, there has never been a better time to get a cruise in the diary with some awesome offers with low deposits so you can get booking today. We've been in the cruise industry for the best part of 25 years now, so we've built up some pretty awesome relationships in the travel business. And on this show, we're cruising with Carnival Cruise Line, the cruise for families, the cruise for couples, in fact, the cruise for anyone that loves fun, laughter, and a great atmosphere. Now, we're making plans for this year, next year, and even 2026. And we're off to the Caribbean, Australia, the Med, here, there, and everywhere. Let's start then with a brilliant opportunity to get more cruise for your money in April in 2026 as we head from Barcelona to Orlando over 20 nights. Now, we fly first from the UK out to Barcelona and have 3 nights to chill out in this beautiful city with a hotel stay. I was saying before to the team, actually, we were talking about Barcelona. Barcelona is just that city you could go to 100 times and have 100 different experiences and times. It is that city that you can never kind of tire of. There's always something new to enjoy and explore. Brilliant, you know, when you're staying close to the centre as well, it's just really lovely. Of an evening, you can just choose what to do, just wander around. Of course, you have the most beautiful evenings. We're talking April here, so the weather's going to be much better than it is, I'm sure, in the UK, and you can just enjoy some wonderful times before starting your fun cruise on Carnival Glory. Now, you're going to be on board for 13 fabulous nights. She is lovely. Kind of mid-sized ship in the cruising world these days, just under 3,000 passengers. Carnival, just perfect for, well, anyone that just likes having a smile on their face constantly, because there's always something going on. There's always something you can join in on. And they do really, they're an American cruise line. They're the biggest cruise company in the world, of course, Carnival Corporation. And they just know how to, and this is their own tagline, but switch on the fun. And that sounds cheesy, but it's so true, because there's always, you can see from the kind of activities, it's a very social cruise as well. You get to know people, you get to conga around the ship with people. There are spontaneous things that happen on the ship all the time. Everyone's got a smile on their face. The service is really friendly. The restaurants are absolutely brilliant. You know, everything's great. I would say once you're up on the pool deck as well during the day, make sure you're in the line the very second that Guy's Burgers opens up for the day. It's included in your fare, and they are the most beautiful, juicy, dirty, messy burgers you've ever had in your life, and you can customize them any which way you like. Dining, by the way, every restaurant has its own theme. It looks different, it feels different, and they're just a few of the things that make a Carnival cruise so distinctive. They are wonderful. We'll talk more about that as we go through the show. So let's take this cruise then. 13 nights out of Barcelona to Alicante first, where you can explore the Guadalest Valley, walk the Esplanada de España, which is great for people watching, and have a sit in the sun there. Then we go up the coast a little bit to Malaga, down the coast even a little bit to Malaga. You can head to the Benalmádena cable car here, which is just 15 minutes, the most amazing views across the Costa del Sol and the Sierra Nevada mountains. Wonderful. Next place, lots of us are very familiar with, Gibraltar. You can visit the myriad of shops on Main Street, head up the rock on the cable car, or go down to Ocean Village to the trendy restaurants and bars there and take a dolphin safari maybe. Next, we cruise the Big Pond across the Atlantic, and we're in Celebration Key in the Bahamas. Now, this is the private resort for Carnival, and it is wonderful. A mile-long beach of amazing sand, and you've got things like cabanas. Oh, that was like a fancy egg and spoon race there, wasn't it? But with big armbands instead. That looked really good. This is great because there is so much space. You can see they've got a wonderful swim-up bar there, which is nice. So you've got things for the kids to do, you've got areas for the families to be, and you've also got chill out zones where you can just hire your own cabana and disappear into pure paradise. A lot of the cruise lines have now got these private resorts, and Carnival have joined the party as well with Celebration Key. And they are amazing because there's lots and lots of different activities, whether you want to be on the go or whether you want to be horizontal doing next to nothing. It's all there for you in Celebration Key. You are going to absolutely love it. Everyone wants to go and explore these wonderful islands. They're gorgeous. Then, after Celebration Key, we arrive in Port Canaveral, which is the port in Orlando. That's where we disembark, and we've got a 3-night hotel stay now in Orlando. And of course, you know what Orlando is known for and famed for. It's all the big parks. So you can go and see, as many of those as you want to. You've got a 3-night stay there. So what I would say is, plan that in advance. Talk to the team about helping you out with tickets to the parks as well, because we can open up good deals for that for you. If you want car hire, if you want longer than 3 nights in Orlando as well, again, talk to the team. We can tailor this any which way you want to, but 3 nights is just perfect if you've never been before, because you can really hit the hot spots that you want to. Quite apart from all the parks, there's so much more to Orlando as well, and the various areas around. You are going to love it. So you fly out to Barcelona on the 8th of April. This is in 2026, so we're doing this today for a low deposit. Fly out, have a couple of nights in Barcelona, and then have your 13-night cruise on Carnival Glory out through Spain, Gibraltar, out to the Bahamas to Celebration Key for a full day there, and then end the cruise in Orlando for a 3-night hotel stay there before you then fly back to the UK. What I would say on this one, call the family, make a plan, because we're talking far enough ahead that you can all do that right now. Such a great way of getting, various members of the family that live here, there and everywhere together all in one place. It's a deposit today of just £249 each. So that's really easy to say, right, are you coming? Right, deposit in now, sorted. That includes the flight to Barcelona, 3 nights there in a hotel, 13 nights on your full board cruise on Carnival Glory, cruising across Spain to Gibraltar, across the pond to Celebration Key, and ending in Port Canaveral. Then we've got your 3-night hotel stay in Orlando and the flight back to the UK. Oh gosh, really do get that deposit in as quickly as you can. Remember, deposits today, just £249 each. Look at that! $1,799 per person. Is that for real? That's nearly 3 weeks of holiday. And you end up in Orlando with a 3-night stay there and the flight back to the UK, having already had a couple of nights in Barcelona in a hotel. That's ridiculous. Right. Call round the family, friends, whoever you go away on holiday with. Let everybody know about this one. But remember, it's all subject to availability. You'll have to be in as quickly as you possibly can. This is the 8th of April in 2026, but this will still get booked up very, very quickly. Deposits today, £249 each. Here's the upgrade prices if you want to go up to ocean view or balcony. But you know what? Take the deal now, as quickly as you can. I had not realised that that price was going to be so low. Because if you think about what you're getting there, your flight to Barcelona, the stay there, the cruise out to the Caribbean, plenty of ports on that cruise as well, including the private island resort for Carnival, arrive into Port Canaveral, 3-night hotel stay in Orlando, and the flight back from Orlando to the UK for $1,799. That's crazy. Okay, CCL 189 when you call. CCL 189. Just quote that reference to the team when you call us. They'll bring up the details straight away and get you and your lot booked on. That's amazing. Right, call us now. That's brilliant. Okay, my job here is done. Can't show you anything else, can I? Yeah, of course I can. Carnival Cruises are so full of fun. That means happy faces all around the ship. Lots of variety in the activities and the dining as well. And some fabulous entertainment. Not just at night in the theatres, but spontaneous surprises and even live game shows on board, where you can win some pretty good prizes as well. Remember, you'll love it. I know I certainly did. Next, let's take Carnival Venezia around the Caribbean for a nice pre-Christmas sunshine break for 19 nights, leaving on the 3rd of December. And we're flying you off to New York first for a 3-night hotel stay. It's cool in December, but that's more reason to go shopping for Christmas. Enjoy all the comfort food all the way around the city. It's a wonderful city. It is one of those, I mean, they say it's the city that never sleeps. And you know what? There is so much I mean, honestly, we could spend, with the whole show, we could spend 3 whole shows just giving you ideas of things to do in New York. You'll have your own idea of the things that you must see. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's the Brooklyn Bridge, maybe it's the Statue of Liberty, maybe it's the Empire State Building, maybe it's Ground Zero, you know, whatever it might be. You will want to go. You will have your own list where you've got plenty of time to fulfill that as well, which I think is lovely. So 3 nights in New York, then it's time to cruise on Carnival Venezia. Now, Carnival Venezia is amazing. It's a big ship, which is great. So more fun, more choice, more restaurants. It's wonderful. And you will just love the massive variety on board. Now, Venezia has a little bit of an Italian twist to it as well. So, think of wonderful, authentic kind of piazza surroundings on the internal of the ship, and then think carnival fun and carnival variety right the way around the ship in terms of the restaurants and the bars as well, which is lovely. You go into one of the main restaurants called Canal Grand, after the Grand Canal in Venice, and you'll find a full-size gondola in there, for instance, which is pretty good. All the favourites from Carnival are there. Guy's Burger Joint, you know, I always check in to see whether that's there. The Lido Marketplace is there. Pizzeria del Capitano is there, so there'll always be pizza around, which is wonderful. Speciality, the Fahrenheit 555 Steakhouse restaurant is on board, which I absolutely loved when I was on board Carnival. Bonsai Sushi is there. There's Seafood Shack, and there's so much more. You will absolutely love the entertainment because it's so many and varied and plenty, and sometimes it happens just completely and utterly out of the blue. You will love it. Right, we're cruising out of New York under the the bridge, the Brooklyn Bridge, and off we go out to the Caribbean, into Charlotte Amalie first in St. Thomas. Well, these are all pure paradise destinations, aren't they? But the great thing about going around the Caribbean is every place you go to, every island you go to around the Caribbean, and there are many of them, they're all very, very different. They all have their very own kind of unique feel and culture. I'd love to go to a rum distillery there, wouldn't you? Definitely. But I also want to see those lovely fish as well. But also when you're in Aruba, definitely want to do that bus tour because it just looks so much fun, doesn't it? And there are loads and loads of different experiences that you can have in every one of these beautiful places out in the Caribbean. Curacao in Willemstad, very, very nice as well. Again, they have very, very different feels, these islands, because of course the Caribbean islands all used to have different kind of ownership, and still do to some degree. So their heritage, you know, can be Dutch, can be French, can be English, can be all sorts. It's just a melting pot of beautifulness. Grand Turk in the Turks and Caicos, again, is beautiful. Make sure you take as many of those kind of water experiences as you can. Now, we finished the cruise in Port Canaveral. That's where we leave, but Port Canaveral, Orlando, we've got to stay here, haven't we? We've got 3 nights in a hotel there for you, so you can do, again, all the theme parks if you want to. Aside the theme parks, if you're not that kind of person, there's wonderful, massive, massive shopping opportunities there. Premium outlets on Vineland Avenue there. You've got Harry P. Lou Gardens, which is 50 acres of semi-tropical and tropical gardens. Madame Tussauds, Orlando, where you can come face to face with Einstein, and amongst others, and Marilyn Monroe and Oprah Winfrey. They are all there in wax. So that might be a nice thing to do whilst in Orlando. That's just given us some ideas as well, actually, for when we're out there in the winter. Very, very nice indeed. And then after your 3 nights in Orlando, you'll fly back to the UK. Amazing little package this, isn't it? Nice to go out to the Caribbean, and nice actually to tip into some ports in the Caribbean that you don't necessarily see on every kind of tried and tested regular Caribbean itinerary. I mean, the Caribbean's amazing anyway, isn't it? And listen, even when you go into these Caribbean ports, if you just stay on the ship and just enjoy the view at the island you're at, still have had an absolutely amazing time. So this goes in December, and it goes on the 3rd of December, so you're back on something like the 22nd. So if you wanted to eke this holiday out a little bit further, you end in Orlando, don't you? So if you want to go somewhere else, maybe you want to do, you know, Christmas in Miami or somewhere back in the Caribbean, Barbados or something like that, then talk to the team. But as this package comes back on the 22nd of December, so just pre-Christmas. So the flight to New York included 3 nights in a hotel, included 12 nights on Carnival Venezia around the Caribbean, all the way around to Port Canaveral, where you leave the ship, but you stay in Orlando for 3 nights in a hotel there. Perfect, nice weather to see the theme parks before you then fly back to the UK. Again, ridiculous price coming your way. And again, deposit of this one of £249 each. We have played a blinder here. Look at this. 1,899 per person. That's incredible. If you think about all the ways that you could spend 1,899 per person on a holiday budget, you could do a lot less for a lot shorter time. You could spend that money very, very easily. Just, you know, just going to somewhere like New York, for instance. That's ridiculous. 1,899 per person. Here's the details to upgrade as well. If you want to go up to your ocean view or balcony, amazing opportunity. Lots of people like to do that and treat themselves to a little upgrade. Well, there are all the prices there for you, and your solo price isn't a king's ransom. And normally, you know, a lot of the time in travel, solo prices, you can pretty much double the price of a 2 sharing, but you know, it's not that far away at all. So if you like a nice pre-Christmas treat, talk to the team right now, 0800 953 4700. Now, Carnival cruise the world on their exciting ships, and they have a range of different size ships too, so you'll find the perfect one just for you. You'll love the food on board. As I said before, my favourite is Guy's Burgers, right near the pool, included in the price, and yummy as yummy can be. Right, let's go on another holiday right now. Australia and the South Pacific are calling for this one. 13 nights starting on the 10th of November. What, this year? My birthday. Perfect. We fly you off first from winter in the UK to the start of summer in Sydney in Australia for a 3-night hotel stay. That would be nice. I have to say, that would be a nice way of getting over the birthday blues. You'd be sleeping on the flights, wouldn't you, over to Sydney. When you get to Sydney, by the way, you've got 3 nights in a hotel, so plenty of time to enjoy it. Actually, this would be perfect for me as well. I've got some friends in Sydney I could pop in on, which would be lovely. Taronga Zoo is in the city itself, so you can spend this time as you want to. I mean, there are zoos and botanical gardens that you could go and do. You could just go sightseeing if you want to, or you just get down very, very close to Sydney is Bondi Beach. Of course, you want to just head down there every single day. You completely and utterly can. There are things that are a little bit more daredevil, like climbing the bridge if you want to, or just chilling out outside the Opera House. Very nice. Time to cruise now. Carnival Splendor this time, which spends a lot of her time down under in Australia for 8 nights of cruising. Full board, of course, and so much included. You will love this ship in this part of the world. Is brilliant because it's all about what happens outdoors. It's all about getting you outside to enjoy the fresh air and the wonderful climate in this part of the world. Carnival Splendor is perfect size ship as well. Not too big, not too small. Plenty for the family to do on board. You'll love it. There's the big waterworks there, so plenty of, you know, water fun to be had. You've also got the spa carnival on board, so if you fancy a little treat there, premium beauty and wellness treatments, hot stone massages, aromatherapy, full body wraps. It's brilliant. They have mega deck parties on the open air Lido deck up where the pool is. The ship's DJ, the cruise director and the entertainment staff all get involved in the big show up there as well. There's Punchliner Comedy Club. They do family comedy and they do adult comedy as well, which is lovely. So they do a number of different shows. So if you've got the kids with you, no problem whatsoever. Camp Carnival and other places that they can be. Lots of things that you can all do together as a family. And then, of course, there are nice adults-only places to disappear to, like Serenity, with the big comfy lounges, and it's all quiet and peaceful. Lovely. Right, let's cruise then, shall we? Cruising first to Noumea in New Caledonia, second largest reef after the Aussie Great Barrier Reef. Here on Svata is the wonderful white sand beach there to enjoy the sea, or you can take a taxi boat to Duck Island. Mystery Island we're off to next, where you can enjoy fresh coconuts on the beach. There's wonderful food on offer there. They do hair plaiting as well. I wish I had enough hair to do that. And lots of lovely tours which are hosted by the locals. Next to Lifu in New Caledonia, open air market there, which sells the most brilliant arts and crafts, clothing and food. There are nice indoor grotto experiences, as you can see there in the picture as well. Then we head for a second call into Noumea in New Caledonia. Now you can head to the Amity Lighthouse here, which is an absolute must-see when you're in this port. And you've got Lemon Bay, which looks pretty amazing as well, and the just beautiful clear blue seas, which are great for swimming. Then we arrive back into Sydney, and that's where sadly it's all done and dusted and we have to fly back to the UK, which is wonderful. But listen, half of November we've said goodbye to by being away, which is lovely. So what an incredible 13-night holiday this is. You've got some time to spend in Sydney even, and then your wonderful cruise on Carnival Splendor, which is wonderful. So a really nice 13 nights away. It goes on my birthday on the 10th of November. So if you've got room in the corner of your case, I'm quite happy to come with you. It includes the flight from the UK to Sydney in Australia, 3 nights hotel stay there in the city, and then your 8-night cruise on Carnival Splendor around the South Pacific back to Sydney, and your flight back to the UK. Again, deposit on this one today of just £249 per person. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Now, have you put the same price as the last offer in by mistake? 1899. 1899 gets you to Australia and the South Pacific with the hotel stay in Sydney and all the flights sorted. Okay, well, here's another one. Deposit today, just £249 each. Ridiculous. Okay, what about upgrading then? To Ocean View upgrade, £99 more. I'm sorry, is that right? That's incredible. Oh my word, there's some really tough choices to make in this show, don't you think? Really tough choices. I've got another one to squeeze in as well, you know. CCL 187 is your TV reference for that one. That is awesome price tag. Is it Ross that puts our carnival offers together, Mr. P? Ross, you have played 3 blinders so far in this show. That's amazing. Thank you so much. That's incredible. Right, okay, let's move on and squeeze in another one, because don't forget, here at Cruise1st, we deal with all the major cruise lines, and we're on air on Sky 681 every single day, from early in the morning through to 10 at night, 7 days a week, and there's always plenty of choice. Right, we're looking ahead to next year now, and the rare chance to cruise Carnival No Fly from the UK. We're on a med adventure for the 30th of May on Carnival Miracle from 9 nights, sailing from Dover in Kent. And there aren't many cruises that sail out of Dover in Kent, which will please a lot of people. If you live in Kent, it'll be wonderful. I just have to go to Dover. Amazing. Don't have to go into London, don't have to trek down to Southampton. Wonderful, which is lovely. I say that because Mum and Dad live on the Kent coast. So I always love it when I see a cruise, which is, for them, it would be a 20-minute drive down the coast. Anyway, here's the ship itself. It's Carnival Miracle. Well, this footage is giving you an idea of life on board Carnival. It's wonderful. Smaller ship, actually, in the Spirit class, just over 2,000 passengers on Carnival Miracle, which is fairly small in today's cruising world, really. Wonderful water park. You can go shopping on the yellow brick road here, and you can grab some Carnival goodies. There's duty free on board. There's the Carnival Spa. The entertainment has the Phantom Lounge with the big playlist productions there, which is lovely. They do a Mad Hatter's Ball tribute to Alice in Wonderland with stand-up comedians, which sounds pretty good. There's a piano bar. I think we saw that on board a little bit earlier on. There's the Metropolis Lobby Bar, which is lovely, which is a tribute to Superman's hometown. What was Superman's? Gotham, wasn't it? Gotham, is that the place? Yeah, I think it's Gotham City, isn't it? There's also Dr. Frankenstein's Lab nightclub there, which is on 2 stories with gargoyles holding up the bar stools and a giant monster looking over the dance floor. That should be interesting. Right, okay, here's your cruise then. So cruising out of Dover, and we are heading first to La Coruña in Spain. Santiago, of course, very, very close by, and the Tower of Hercules, which is pretty impressive. Very, very nice part of Spain. Of course, we're talking next November here on this one, aren't we? Which is lovely. Next, we are on the Portuguese coast here, which is lovely. up. That's kind of Algarve territory there, isn't it? It's very nice. Take a lovely wine tour, or maybe a sherry tour possibly. Lisbon in Portugal next, just the most stunning city. Take a walking tour if you get a chance to see the sights, and take a train maybe down to Cascais, which is just dreamy down at the seafront there. Then Le Verdon, which is Bordeaux. You can take a tour of the lavender fields here, which is pretty lovely, very nice for photos, I'm sure, and maybe call in at a vineyard for a taste of a Bordeaux classic or two. Then we head back home, but not straight home. We go via Portland in Dorset, which is down on the Jurassic coast of Dorset there. Search for fossils and go and visit the Durdle Door, maybe, before you then cruise back into good old White Cliffs of Dover, which is lovely and very, very easy and convenient, and of course connected very, very well via the motorway. So this will be hugely convenient to all of those people who live, well, anywhere really south of London. Very, very easy to just get yourself down to Dover, and maybe if you're not from down south, maybe you take a couple of days and have a nice break in Kent somewhere. Go and see Chartwell in Westerham for a couple of days there or something like that before you drive on down to Dover, or go to Margate. How many years is it since you've been to Margate and been to Dreamland? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, listen. This holiday, next May, the chance to cruise Carnival no fly to and from Dover, which is a rare one actually. So 9 nights on a med adventure, full board, deposit again today of just £249 each. Oh, I tell you what, this is good. This is really good. £899 each. That's craziness. Okay, be quick on this one with your deposits. Let's go and have a look at the upgrades, because they are very, very good indeed. That's wonderful. 0800 953 4700 is the number to call. This is amazing. So of course this goes for you on the 30th of May in 2025, and it's all yours for 9 fabulous nights. You are going to love it. So get on board as quickly as you can. Low deposits, remember, of just $249 per person. So when you call us, just quote CCL 192 and our team will bring up all the details and get you booked on there, which is lovely. It's a great price tag as well, don't you think? Absolutely bonkers. And it's a good one to take the family on as well, actually, because we're talking about a time of the year where, you know, it might need a little getaway, and you can take many members of the family. Multi-generational cruising, very, very popular with Carnival as well. Not surprised at all. 0800 953 4700. Well, okay, it's blown my mind. Actually, the prices for what you are getting in this show is amazing. If you need to see the show again, to go through, you know, everything that we saw, then just go to our YouTube channel, actually. So go to YouTube and just search Cruise1st there, and you'll find our channel, and just search for this name here, Fun at Sea with Carnival Cruises. It should be one of the videos towards the top, and you can check that out on demand whenever you want to. And of course, got any questions, just call the team on 0800 953 4700. Carnival are a great, great cruise. I took one of my very first cruises actually on Carnival and just loved it. The team on board was so friendly. It was just great fun. It was just lovely and easy. You know what? An happy team on board makes a happy passengers on board, and just makes a lovely time for a holiday. You'll absolutely love it. So whether you're staying close to home or you're going the other side of the world, you're going to have a great holiday, guaranteed. Listen, thank you so much for your company. Stay right where you are. Always more shows on the way for you, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So don't move. See you later.